stuttering is not a physical ailment. It's purely mental. And it is only because it starts with the nervousness, and then after that, it's anticipation. When you stutter, and people know you stutter, when they talk to you like this. So, how are you today? And you see that, and it locks you up, because you know they waiting on you to start this, I'm doing fine. And it locks you up. The way you, is the person here that stutters? You? Here's the deal, man. First of all, you start, okay, let me ask you a question. When you read, do you stutter? No, I know you don't. When you read, you don't stutter. When you talk to yourself, do you stutter? No. It's only when you talk externally to other people. That's the whole key. It starts because you've built up an anxiety and a nervousness. So the way you cover stuttering is you stop eye contact with people. You cannot look at people. You have to talk within yourself. So I have little boys that come to my mentoring camp that stutter. I cure every last one of them little boys in my mentoring camp. I'd never let a little boy walk away from my camp and still stutter. And I mean with really bad stutters. The last camp I had, the little boy, the mother came to me and said, if you could just help him from stuttering. I said, just give me a boy. I got him on a Tuesday. Saturday, he gave the commencement speech at the graduation. This is how you overcome stuttering. Whenever somebody talks to you, remove the tension, take the eye contact away. Go within yourself, say it to yourself twice, and then before you look up, answer the question, then look up. That's the drill I want you to do. I want you to do it in the mirror. I want you to do it with a close friend of yours, and that's all I want you to do. After a while, you'll only have to say it to yourself once. Then you look up. After a while, you'll be able to look at them, say it to yourself internally, then say it. That's it, man. That's it. It's nothing else. And you know how I know this? Because I stuttered, man. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you the second drill. This is how you do it. This is it. This is how you cure stuttering. It's nothing else. Staying away from the ST sounds, PR sounds, all that. No, man. It's just you. It's going within yourself. Now, ain't this the dude that I saw on the camera dancing? Yeah, see, you got an extroverted side. You just gotta let it out. Next thing you do, tell yourself, I no longer stutter, because it's mental. You gotta say this to yourself all the time and act like you're reading all your thoughts, because you don't stutter when you read and you don't stutter when you talk to yourself. So you gotta get in that mirror and talk to yourself constantly, practice. I'm gonna show you how to do it, man. By the end of the week, man, you could be free. Kid you not. Well, I don't need, I'm in the want facet of my life. It's the difference between needing something and wanting something, but God does give you the desires of your heart. You have every right to want something. I mean, look, it's people that's not good people that get stuff they want. If you're a good person, why shouldn't you get what you want, But you gotta have vision boards. If you don't have a vision board, if you're not writing these things down, the probability of it happening is lessened, because you're actually going against the law of attraction and the way that God set the system up. The law of attraction really does work. It's a very simple process. If you go in the house and you have a remote and you point that remote at the TV and you press the on switch, guess what you expect to happen? You expect the TV to come on. Well, guess what happens? The TV comes on. It's just because you pointed a remote at it and it sent a signal. And what the signal has to get a return. So if you want to watch HBO and it's channel 500, you press 500 and you press select. You don't even think about it. You expect HBO to be on the TV. And guess what comes on the TV? HBO. You know where they got that from? They got that from the Bible. The Bible says a man is as he thinketh. So how you are, the energy that you project from your mind is what you get. And so that's why the law of attraction works that way. It's because whatever you project, that signal, that's the return has to come that way. See, and the difference between successful people and non-successful people is what goes on in between here. That's it. They're not smarter than you. God don't love them more than he loved you. It's just that they thought themselves into a different position. And that's all, you have to master this. You know, like I have no education. I'm not really like a school book dude. I'm not really smart. I don't know a lot. But you can't out-dream me. You can't out-grind me. You can't out, so. If you grab that concept, folks, it changes your life. So you got to start writing down everything you want and projecting it out into the universe, because that's the law of attraction. That's how it works. You are your greatest remote control. Whatever you press, that has to return. If you want more people to smile at you, all you got to do is start smiling at more people. It's just man. You want more people to shake your hand? You got to stick your hand out to more people. Everybody ain't going to shake it, but a whole lot of people will. That's the law of attraction. You think rich, you get rich. You think poor, here come poor. You think all men are dogs, you finna meet all of them. You finna meet all of them. Just quit tripping. It's what you project. I'm telling you, man, that's the game. If you could get that, folks, you change your whole life. I wake up, I tell jokes. Who's tired of that? Man, this is a crazy life to have, man, to wake up and do what you want to do for a living. I don't have to go to work. I get to go to work. Do you know, man, if you change one word, if you change I got to or I have to I get to, you immediately turn the focus from something that's arduous to something that's gratitude. And one of the major principles of success is the more things you're grateful for, the more God will give you to be grateful for. Somebody was asking me what's one of the major principles of success, and that's the number one thing is gratitude. I mean, God is a very fair and just God, right? So if all he's given you is too much for you, if it's overburdening you, if it's just wearing you down, he's a good God. Why would he give you some more stuff to wear you further down? So once you don't proclaim gratitude, it sends a signal that you're not grateful. And once you're not grateful, why would he give you more stuff to be ungrateful for? That's the major principle of success. See, you may not really be where you want to be, but can you not in your day find something to be thankful for? Even though you ain't reached the goal yet. Did you mention to him this morning that the fact that he woke you up was like pretty cool? Did you say something about that? The fact that you are walking and able to think, rhyme, and reason, did you mention that to him today? The fact that you have clothes, that you drove here, the fact that you look nice, that you see, we take so many things for granted. Some people talking about, well, Steve, the alarm clock woke me up. No, it didn't. The alarm didn't wake you up. No, God shook you, allowed you to hear the alarm. A lot of alarm clocks went off in some houses this morning and it's still ringing. Now, if God don't shake you to wake you up, your alarm clock, like waking up is not something you're capable of doing yourself. That's a gift. So the more stuff you find to be grateful, am I boring you with this? I'm just trying to really tell you a principle of success. It changes your life immediately when you say, I thank you. It's an immediate change. Here's the deal. It's hard if you work in a job. It's hard if you own your own business. You have to pick which hard you want. It's hard. If you have any aspirations to be successful, it's hard. But you know what inspired me to become successful? Because when I wasn't successful, I discovered something. It's really hard to be successful. But you know what I also discovered? It's really hard not being successful. It's really hard, man. It's hard not having a career, not having a job, not knowing what you're gonna eat next, not knowing how you're gonna pay your rent, not knowing what your next move is. That's hard. So since it's hard, you as a person just have to make the decision which one of the hards you want. Because it's all hard. But I would rather have something that's hard that has an upside and a benefit than to settle for a life that's hard and ain't no upside and ain't no benefit. Because it's hard. When I was homeless living in a car, it was hard. There was no upside, no benefit. I just said, hold up, man, whoa. I gotta get it together, man. I gotta get on track so I can make this hard count for something. You know, I know that sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many people don't look at it that way. Well, I don't want to do that. That's hard. Okay, but if you don't do it, it's finna be hard. I want to chase my dream. It's going to be hard. Okay, don't chase your dream and watch how hard that is to sit in your life and realize that you wanted to do more, but you decided not to. And you got to live with that right there. That's hard, partner. That's really hard. That's really, really hard. I would rather be sick to my stomach trying as hard as I could to be what God created me to be than to sit in there and settle in my life and just have a life of mediocrity, man. I am not finna do that. I would rather put all my massive effort into being something than to sit over and have a mediocre life, man, with nothing to explain for it. And then when my life is over, they're at the funeral and ain't nobody got nothing to say. Nah, man, nah. When I leave this world, I want them to talk about what I did. At least he tried. He tried to change somebody. He tried to help somebody. He poured something into young people. He gave. You know, that's what you want to be. You ain't got to be rich or famous to do that either. But you got to matter to some damn body. You got to count to some. Teach kids, do something. But don't just sit in your life and just have nothing, man. Just, I don't want to try that. Why not? You got to try something, man. You got to jump.